movements are led by the hard right, very, very xenophobic, anti-immigrant, very populist, nationalist, white identity politics. They are the leaders who are pushing this momentum.
It's all about building walls to try and keep the status quo and say we can improve things if we can keep the status quo and keep our, as they say, independence.
It sounds like some old-fashioned xenophobia.
There's certainly a lot of populist anxiety here, as there was in the UK, and the way that that was exercised in the UK was through a more xenophobic, anti-establishment response, right?
Well, Bill Mahr is challenging those xenophobia claims by pointing out the reality of the threat radical Islam poses to the West.
I hear a lot of talk today about xenophobia. Yeah. And is it really phobia if you have something to be afraid of? 52% of British Muslims think being gay should be illegal. Do you really think if America had Muslimized ghettos, that's not the right word, no. Radicalized ghettos of Muslims like London and Brussels and Paris, where a woman who would walk down the street in a short skirt would be hassled because it was anti-Islamic? What would Americans do if that happened in this country?
All right, so for once in his life, does Bill Mahr have any good points?
I think he's been on this for a long time. Yeah. He's been the one liberal voice that said, hey, let's take a look at this radical, what's going on with radical Islam. And he got pushed back. He got a lot of heat from the left base saying that he wasn't speaking for all of them. I've said on here, my name is Eric Bowling, and I have radical Islamophobia, admittedly, but I'm not trying to get rid of it.
Juan's nodding his head yes.
Because it is that radical Islamophobia is a real thing, and it's real. Yeah. Can you imagine if California decided we're going to let anyone in through our borders? We're going to completely forget the fact that there's a law and that you can't just come in, and they're going to say, and then you can go ahead and travel to any other state in the union. Eventually, we'd say, cut it out, California, or get out, and that's what was going on with Brexit. The Brits were tired of millions upon millions of refugees being taken into Germany, and then that free travel throughout the 28 countries in Europe, and ending up in some of their neighborhoods. So they pushed back on it, and I think Bill Mahr is still right on.
Most